The letter G decode is coming soon. It will be on the original Math 2Con channel, but I want to put that energy out here. It's got to be the right time when I want to record it, because those videos take a little bit more out of me, I think, you know. But it'll happen when it's meant to happen. It's all ready to go. So look out for the letter G decode, as I only have a few more letters left of the alphabet. But right now, Victor Wembanyama, San Antonio Spurs, he's trending right now because we had game one, Spurs versus Trailblazers. He has 35 points, and that's game one. Remember, he's born in the first month. One on his jersey. I've documented that before. So he's 5 of 6 from downtown as well. 4 of 5 from the free throw line. 5 rebounds, 1 assist. 13 of 21 shooting overall in 33 minutes. And again, finishes with a big 35 points. It's a 111-98 victory. The Spurs roll past the Portland Trailblazers. Game 2 will be tomorrow, April 21st. And the game in San Antonio. San Antonio finished second in the Western Conference on the season, but you can see the article here. Are we going to look? I probably should have already played that a little bit. They were just showing some Wembanyama highlights there. I don't know if I'm going to get away with all this. See a nice little spin move and the dunk. He looks like he can almost dunk while standing on the ground. It's like his feet were barely off the court. It looks like he's got a big alley-oop there. He hits a nice three. Is this it right here? Look at this three. He like runs to the corner. Boom. Puts up a nice three. Again, we don't know if there's magnets. There probably is, right? But a nice three.
Key minutes.
Here's another big three. The defender doesn't know what to do, right? Because Wemby can just drive by you. It looks like he's got a solid shot.
The long run, long shot. Got that.
And he does remind me of a more lanky, like Kevin Durant kind of vibe when I watch this player, with his lankiness, right? I don't really watch all of his games or anything. I've done a few decodes on him, but he's got that 3-point shot. And we know, KD, he can shoot as well. And KD wears that 35 on his jersey. So, Wembanyama with 35. There he is. So it looks like he can do it all. He might need to put on a little more weight.
Little dance, little spin, little.
As we pretty much see every move possible with these highlights.
Stepping back, taking three.
Another 3-pointer right there. So notice right here, all of these stories connect, okay? Look on the left. This is the last time I decoded a trending story with Victor Wembanyama. It was the NBA Cup. Curry scores season-high 49 points as Warriors beat Wembanyama. That was 5 months ago, roughly, as you see down there on the bottom left. It's interesting because when you pull up all the stories I decode, I have maybe 4 or 5 on Wembanyama. and you'll get connections in all of them, which lets you know that these certain numbers follow the characters, right? So look at the Warriors scored 109 points in that game in the World Cup a while back, or the NBA Cup, whatever it's called, um, tournament or whatever. And then that's amazing because this game one was on the 109th day of the year and he's trending again. Check that out. Right? And it's even the 19th, which was Sunday. 109 is like 19. So look at the same numbers now follow the character. Now that NBA Cup game, notice how that's a combined 217 points, Warriors and Spurs. 217. Remember Michael Jordan's birthday is 2/17, February 17. The first video I made on Victor Wembanyama when he got drafted, I showed he had a lot of numbers connecting to major superstars in the league, even connected to Michael Jordan. So as I noticed that on the left, I see that combined 217 in the NBA Cup. There may be like a Curry connection somewhere as well, but you see the 109 connect, and I didn't even like really search through the videos. That just popped up right away. I wanted to put it in here. You see the 109 connecting with the last two Wembanyama stories that I covered. You know what's amazing? It's a 106-day span from his birthday to this 35-point performance in game one, first round of the playoffs. Look at the 106-day span. If you flip that 6 over, it's 109. Isn't that amazing? And the game on the 109th day of the year, flip the 6 and it's 109. So again, look at how the Spurs scored 111 points. 1-1-1. He's born again in the first month. He's got 1 on his jersey. He was the first round pick, number 1, right? And this is round 1, game 1 of the NBA playoffs this year. That's a lot of ones. Now, it was a 106-day span, birthday to this game. That's including both dates. But it's 105 days after his birthday, not including his birthday. So in between the two dates is 104 days. 104 is like his birthday, the first month and the fourth day. You see how that works? And he scored 35 points when Wembanyama equals 35 in the reduction cipher. Trailblazers lose, scoring 98. Wembanyama with 98 in the ordinal cipher. That hits hard right there. You have the language with the ABC 123 cipher, which is ordinal. Look at how it breaks down. And then you have straight, pure numerology with reduction right there. 35 and 98. And that's his last name. And again, he scores 35, and the Blazers land on 98 points. Isn't that awesome? I can't remember if I put it in here, but Natalie Portman is trending because she's expecting another child. Portman is like Portland. And now this hits in my algorithm by the language. I even made a Kobe Bryant video that wasn't trending, his 65 points against the Portland Trailblazers. That game popped up on my Facebook feed in my algorithm. And now we get the Blazers again, Portland, like Natalie Portman. Is that really her name? It doesn't even sound right. Natalie Portman, the actress. But anyways, Isn't that amazing? And then you have another Natalie that died who's an actress. Oh, you know what? Is Wembanyama? Hold on. Where is he from? He's from France. Ah, yes. There it is. He's from France. I forgot. And Natalie Portman lives in Paris, France. Portman, like Portland. She's trending with the new child. Look, I did the decode. Look at that. And then Natalie Boy dies. And she's a French actress. I don't. That's not her, but that's wild. Uh, okay, that's. I bet she connects too. But look, how do you spell it? Natalie Boy, right here. Let me just pull it up over here. That's wild with the France connection. Look. And all of this was already done before the Wembanyama. I understand. Wow. I understand that you can have you got your own algorithm. Whatever we type and whatever we're looking up, I think becomes our algorithm. Right? Isn't that amazing? That doesn't sound like something that's extraordinarily amazing, right? But it kind of is when you get people that die by the numbers in the language, even though this isn't like a death deco. What is going on here? Right? Isn't that amazing? So we should be able to have a conversation with somebody about these fake news stories and our algorithm. Isn't that wild? So you get the French connection. Man, I almost missed that. Wow, that's wild, man. Right? So let me see here. I think I have a couple more slides. Oh, yeah. Emmanuel Macron, the French president. 148. So that lands even harder now that I caught that France connection. San Antonio, where Wembanyama plays, 148. Emmanuel Macron, 148. Now look how North Carolina has 148. Because Mike Vrabel is trending. Okay? And I just covered that story about his relations with Diana Rossini, the reporter. Okay? And he is the coach of the Patriots. Bill Belichick used to be the coach of the Patriots. Now Belichick coaches North Carolina college football. So all of this stuff's trending by the language. Even San Antonio has the 58, like Emmanuel Macron. You can see they mention him in the death of the French actress Natalie Bay. Okay, Emmanuel Macron paid tribute to an actor with whom we loved, dreamed, and grew. You see that? Look at the connection. And there's the Vrabel connection. His birthday, the 14th day of the 8th month, 148. Like North Carolina equals 148. With that Belichick connection with the football North Carolina Tar Heels and Belichick's connection with the New England Patriots. Wow, man. And then you see the Magic Johnson birthday. The same as Mike Vrabel, MM. Wow. I'm blown away, man. I never get over this. Gosh. It's just wild, man, for real. Man, blown away, man. So, we got game 2, it looks like tomorrow. Will the Spurs win the NBA championship? Will LeBron James? and the Lakers win the NBA championship. I don't know. It's just completely amazing how this stuff happens, right? Wembanyama had 21 first half points, set an NBA record for the most in the opening half of an NBA playoff debut since the league's play-by-play era began in 1997. His 35 total points, so he had 14 in the second half. Remember, his birthday is 1/4, January 4th. His 35 total points set a Spurs franchise record for the most in a playoff debut, surpassing Tim Duncan's 32 in 1998. Game 2 again Tuesday night before the series heads to Portland. I'm sure it'll be a long series. Can't guarantee it. Look, they mention a Stephen here, but it's not Steph Curry. Remember I told you there's probably a Stephen Curry connection? Look, Stephen Castle, C. Castle, C. Curry. First name Stephen. It's just spelt differently. Look, Stephen Castle, Stephen. He's also on the Spurs. That's amazing because I just showed you that. And, you can rewind this video. And I mentioned earlier there's probably a Steph Curry connection. Look at that. And remember the 109 connection 5 months ago. Look at this, man. Now, what's this Castle guy? When's his birthday? Stephen or Steven? I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's very similar to Stephen Curry. I'm anxious to see his birthday. I've never heard of him. Okay, look. His birthday is November 1st. I'm working on a decode right now for one of the next videos, and the guy has the same birthday as Wembanyama. It's Tim Cook who is stepping down. Apple. Look at this. Oh my gosh, and I'm catching some more connections right now to go with that decode. CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, is stepping down, trending right now. I'm working on the story. I was right before I hit record to do this video. He's got the same birthday as freaking Stephen or Steven Castle. Wow. Man, so it can't just be an algorithm thing, because then you get birthdays that match with different stories, and they're just, this Castle character is like a side role player and like a side character in the story. So his birthday syncing up with Tim Cook now, all of this stuff is connected. De'Aaron Fox and Castle both added 17 and added 15 combined assists. Wow, man. De'Aaron Fox. It's almost overwhelming. Okay, 12/20 birthday. Whew, I feel like I can breathe. He had 5 on his jersey for the Kings. De'Aaron Fox. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, look, he's got 4 for the Spurs, and Wembanyama's born on the 4th. And he had 5 when he was on the Kings on his jersey. And Castle has 5 right now for the Spurs. Gosh. And look, you see Steven Wozniak almost popped up. So you got Steve Jobs, one of the founders of Apple, Steve, and you got Wozniak, right? Is Wozniak Apple or Microsoft? Wozniak, Apple. Wozniak. So you got Wozniak, you got Jobs, and then Oh my gosh. And then you got this guy, Steven or Stefan, which is like the same. Man. Oh my god. Look, the Spurs won with 111 points. And that's that 111 birthday. Good God. Holy crap. Man. Jeez, for real? I'm blown away. Did we cover everything here? Because I don't got the energy for this. This is all scripted. Wow. Jeez. We'll see what happens in game 2. Oh my god. Nicknamed the Alien, Wemby. 21 points in the first half and Spurs equals 21. I can't do it. Until next time.